Hey, you feeling good?
So hello guys, here we are.
Yep.
We are working on getting all my stuff together so I can create a character for Spycraft, depending on what is edited out of this. My character concept is Maxwell Smart of the... Well, shucks, what was his organization? Chaos was the bad guys.
Chaos was the bad guys. I have no idea who his organization was. Was he with the Secret Service or something else like that? No, he was with
it was another anagram.
Oh.
Let me
Oh, great. Yeah, no, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure he was.
I'm going to laugh if it's something that's become a colloquial and some other spy thing or whatever. If it's completely made up, that'd be great.
ISIS is on... Have you ever seen the Get Smart movie? The new one with Steve Carell?
It's actually not bad.
Have,
yes.
It's not bad.
You know me. If it's spy, I'm probably going to see it.
Control.
Okay. But, you know, it's like I even went and saw those terrible Inspector Gadget movies.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
So
I did not realize that Get Smart was Mel Brooks. I did not remember that.
Oh, wow. Directed by him?
It was created by Mel Brooks with Buck Henry.
That would make a lot of sense.
Don Adams. That was his name. Now I hear it.
Yeah.
Agent 86. And yes. Oh, not Barbara Eden. Barbara Feldon.
Barbara Feldon, okay. He wasn't the guy that was famous for saying, I missed it by that much?
No, I'm pretty sure.
That was him?
Pretty sure.
Okay, wow. Man, I am impressed that I remember that.
Yeah, I missed it by that much, and would you believe? Because he would say something like, right now, this building is surrounded by 10 control agents ready to take you in. I don't believe it. Agent Smart. Or Mr. Smart. And
would you believe 6?
Would you believe 6? And then, what was the other thing that he did? Oh, he would always, he would drop something. Like one time I remember they were at the theater, I think, and he dropped a cufflink, and it was a communicator cufflink, and he said, I know how to do this. So he would take off the other cufflink, and he would drop, and he said, and it'll land right with the other one. And then he'd look up, and he'd go, yeah, I lost 2. But no, I used to watch a lot of...
because a lot of slapstick shenanigans and just silly humor, which I
mean,
love.
It makes sense that it's Mel Brooks now. I don't know if I knew that before or if I'm just forgetting.
I've always had a respect for Mel Brooks, but I think my respect meter went up even higher with that, to be honest, because that's a long-term comedy show like that, because Get Smart was out for a while. That, for him to do that, mad kudos. Anyway.
My bad. Barbara Eden was Jeannie.
Oh.
It was one of those. But yeah, well, I loved all those, I liked, whereas I'm not a big Bond fan, I always liked the Pink Panther and Maxwell Smart. So those are my goofy spies that I like.
We're doing Spycraft today.
So I have my D6s. We're doing the same thing that we did on Babylon 5 because it is another D20. So I have my 4 D6s, and I will roll, and I'm not re-rolling ones, but I am dropping the lowest. So, how many times do I need to do this? 6 again?
It's 6 again, standard D20 style system.
Go ahead and give me, so it's strength.
Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
We have by the way, if you hear anything odd, we rescued a puppy off the street in our neighborhood the other day, and she is running around and currently considering nomming on my toes again because she is the epitome of ankle biter and toe nommer. So
she is teething big time, but she is adorable. And of course, you can go to passionerdly.com or to our Instagram page and go see pictures of her.
Yep, we've nicknamed her Starbuck for the time being. So let's see here. So I'm going to drop my 2. I've got a 5, 4, and a 3, so that is a 12. Let's see if I can... Oh, I've already missed it, but the last time I rolled, I had 1, 15, and all 11s and 13s otherwise. So.
Yeah, wonderfully average character.
Drop that 2 again. I've got a 5, 6, and a 4, which is a, 15? Drop the 2 again. 4, 4, and 3 is 11.
If you end up with very, very similar stats to last time.
Well, I've already got a 12, so that's close. But if I get 11s and 12s and a 15, then I will be pretty close. Okay, got a 1, 2, 3, and 5 puts me at 10. So no, I'm just working on the progression. I need a 13 and a 14, and we'll have the Yahtzee. Oh wait, no, Yahtzee's all the same, isn't it? We'll have the straight.
Yeah, that'll work.
Do I have 4 in there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. Ooh,
that's a 6, 5, and a 4, so that gives me another 15.
There you go.
And that is a 6, 5, and a 4, so that's another 15.
Nice, very nice. All right.
I'm good with those.
That is the initial stuff for everything. As far as stats go, 10 and 11 is 0 as far as modifier.
Yeah. You want me to go ahead and assign these?
Yeah. If you'd like to. If you want to, we can go ahead and move on through department and class. So
yeah, that's fine. Let's go and do that, and then I'll add in my additions. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we mentioned before, this game does not have race playing into it. In fact, I'm kind of feeling it's a very forward system, in my opinion, because when I looked at the main character sheet, they do not have... You have your character, your code name is also going to be something you'll have to pick.
Ooh.
You have your class.
I can't just be Agent 86.
Oh, you could. Your level, your agent level, your department... but your nationality doesn't even play in as anything for stats, age, gender, height, weight, eyes, hair, but you don't see anything about race.
Well, see, that's actually, you said that your race and your age, sex, and gender, they don't play into your stats
to anything for your stats.
Well, that's nice because.
Well, yeah,
that's humans.
Yeah, well, that's the topic that is really big in gaming right now. But the thing is, so I feel like this was kind of a forward movement because it says nationality, it doesn't say race.
Yeah.
And so kudos.
No, this feels very where if it's not going to have any, which that would have been even at 2002 when this came out, that would have been probably. Not good. And
that's one of those things where ethnicity, race, these are all hot button topics in gaming right now. So it's, like I said, I feel like this is a good step forward for gaming.
Yeah.
So anyway, but to start off with, you have departments now that replace race as far as stats go.
Okay.
And your departments are Department 0, the Home Office, Department 1, the Power Brokerage, Department 2, Military Operations, Department 3, Computer Espionage, Department 4, Urban Assault, Department 5, Black Ops, Department 6, Wet Works, and the Basement. So, if you'd like to take a look through and just,
Well, I figure based on those... Now, there is a book for the 60s.
Yes, there is. There is a entire
Does
book.
It change the departments and
Not
things?
at all.
No, okay.
No.
Well, then I would say, based on what I recall about Maxwell Smart, we are looking at Home Office.
Okay.
He was not doing Black Ops. He was not. I mean, it's not as I guess granular as this is. This is very specific types, but I mean, he worked out of the main office, the headquarters, and he would go on missions, but it wasn't anything. It was all covert spy stuff. It wasn't Black Ops.
Yeah.
In the sense that we consider Black Ops in 2017 or even in 2002.
So with this system, Home Office. So reading that paragraph for the description of it. Agents from the Home Office are the prototypical super spies of the modern era. Definitely get smart. Trained to deal with a broad range of threats, they tend to be confident and suave and are known for pulling off the impossible thanks to both their well-honed skills and their uncanny lack that follows them wherever they go. So that definitely sounds like a character that would be in that, even though Get Smart is kind of the slapstick, that he is the James Bond. He is the...
Yeah, he's their quote-unquote top agent, or he was at least their... It's the same with Sterling Archer and ISIS. I mean, he styled himself the world's greatest spy.
Yeah.
Or secret agent. But, and really he did a lot. I mean, they accomplished many missions. They just accomplished it probably the least effective ways and often caused more trouble for themselves. But that's essentially what Maxwell Smart did too. The least effective method or outcome.
Yeah, this is not Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible.
No, just one second.
Replacing race, it still has bonuses that you're going to gain from this character.
Okay.
So you're going to get a +1 department bonus to any action dice roll you make.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's more to the mechanic than that, but we'll go ahead and start there.
You said +1 to any action?
Any action die roll. Remember, the action dies are basically your adding a dice or doing special things when you like momentum and other things in other systems.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically it's a really nice bonus when you think of it that way. You also get to select 2 cross-class skills to become class skills. The write-up on that says, Home Office agents choose an additional cross-class skill to become a class skill level 4. But anyway, basically it's saying that you are able to do more than just the standard things of that class.
Okay, and it said I get 2 of those?
Yes, you'll get 2 of those further down the road in character creation.
Cool.
And you get a bonus feat, which is any covert or chase feat.
Sounds good.
All right. So that is what you're going to start with based on the department. So, you can see the parallels between like D&D race versus this, how it builds upon the character.
Now, how about, so what are it's class next?
We are on to class.
Okie dokie.
The classes, I think, are really well divided, which I think is an important part for any game, is to have very obvious roles.
Right.
So the classes for this game are Faceman, Fixer, Point Man, Snoop, Soldier, and Wheelman. So, to explain a little bit more on that.
I understand some of them.
Yeah.
I understand your Faceman is going to be the guy that...
swarthy and...
he's very gregarious and charismatic.
Yeah.
And then now Fixer, I may not be...
A Fixer is kind of a person that deals with individuals, I believe. Basically you're building... No, the Fixer is exactly what it sounds like. It is a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
Or a gopher. The way it says it in here, the Fixer is the team's acquisition expert. He gets them what they need when they need it, through whatever means necessary. He is an expert in breaking and entering, so hey, there's some rogue elements there, as well as adapting to unexpected situations.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. I was thinking of when you need to get your fix. You need something and that guy gives it for you. So that sounds like what I was kind of thinking. And I understand, your Snoop would be your black turtleneck.
Well, your Snoop is master of gathering and analyzing data.
Oh.
Because this is more modern. Trained in computer hacking, cryptography, electronics. Yeah. Countermeasures, that stuff. The Point Man is definitely what I think of for either a character, like I mentioned before, Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible, or the main character in Splinter Cell, where basically this is the character that, while is a spy and can be out front of the team and maybe do a little bit of what your face guy does out front, he is also the guy that can lead in combat.
Okay.
So now I think... Also with Point Man, I think that they specialize in handguns, which of course is a thing in just about every spy show. Everybody has a handgun.
Yeah, everybody has a handgun.
And then, that's you have your Snoop, you have your Soldier, which is straight up just the military of the group. And then you have the Wheelman.
Driver?
Driver. And I think it's oftentimes an underutilized role. I find it to be a very difficult role to pull into a group unless you're going to involve a lot of heists and other things in your group.
Right. Well, he's not a wheelman.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call him a wheelman. He's not a soldier.
Oh, no.
Based on that definition of Snoop, he's not a Snoop, and he's not a Fixer. So I'm kind of in between Point Man and Face Man.
Yeah. As far as the Face Man goes, because the Point Man and Face Man, they sound like they could be interchangeable, but here's the caveat with Face Man, and this is from the book. Facemen are masters of disguise and talented confidence men, trained for infiltration and sting operations. Without them, a team has difficulty with face-to-face deception, not to mention infiltrating the enemy and discerning their master's plans. Which was very much Get Smart. He always had...
He was always getting into things. I'm not going to say that he was great at it, but he was still a goob. But yeah, he would probably definitely be a face man out of those two, because he would never really lead in combat either. He wasn't somebody that people were really looking to for a whole lot of direction.
So now we're getting into parts of the interesting elements that Spycraft introduced to D20, or at least, modern skills coming in.
Okay.
So, there are some obviously from D&D prior, but we have bluff.
Oh, here, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Do I get any bonuses based on my class? Because if not, I'll go ahead and start parsing out my...
Let's see really quick here. Many of the Faceman's class spells are based on charisma and wisdom, Faceman's winning smile, yada yada.
Okay.
Let's see.
No, that's fine. I figure I need to start parsing out my stats before we get into skills.
So we have feats, we have adaptable, and we have your skill points.
Not. It's just, but it's good to know that it's wisdom and charisma. Because Maxwell Smart was charismatic in his own way, but he was kind of that lovable doofus.
Yeah.
He wasn't intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So 10, 11, 12, and 3 15s, which is pretty good. I'm going to say, I'm going to put one of the lighter numbers in Constitution, because he wasn't exactly known for his resilience.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to make that the 11.
Oh, there we go.
His intelligence, I'm probably going to make the 10.
This is an important thing to note.
Oh, yes.
So, the home office is the only department that does not get stat boosts.
Oh, okay.
And so I was actually going back and taking a look.
Okay, but they get extra class skills.
They get the
and bonus feats and the extra die.
Yeah. Now
the +1 on an action die.
What I'm looking at though is that Spycraft also you're trading out as far as your stats go. Like the next one in line is the Power Broker, and they get a +2 to charisma, but a -2 to strength.
Oh, okay.
And so you're trading out, 1 for 1 between two.
Yeah.
Skill, 2 stats, that is.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm going to put his dex at a 12, and I'm going to put 15 on strength, wisdom, and charisma. I'm pretty happy with that. So let me get my eraser here. So I misnotated something. So 15 is a 3?
15 should be a
2.
Well, hold on. So 10 and 11 is 0.
Yeah, 12, 13,
12,
14,
13
15.
is
So
1. So yes.
Alrighty. So I have that at least. Now it's skills. Now we did not pick skills. We talked a lot more about things in the Babylon 5 character creation, but and I did not pick skills.
So,
but
just reading over them though, because
that's fine. Because what are my class skills for Face Man?
So the Face Man has tons. It is bluff, craft, cultures, which is a wisdom-based skill. So it's going to be a knowledge-based skill.
Here, just a second. I'm writing all these down as you're giving them to me. Since I'm not using an actual character sheet, we did not print a copy of that off. So I'm handwriting all of this. So bluff is a charisma based.
Bluff is charisma.
Craft is dex.
Craft is intelligence.
Oh.
Now, do you want to actually assign points to this, or do you just want to go over the ones?
Not yet. I'm just writing some stuff down.
Okay.
I want to know what the class skills are.
Yeah.
And what stat they're related to.
Tons.
That's fine. Culture, you said, was a wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, next.
Diplomacy is charisma.
Okay.
Disguise is charisma.
Okay.
Driver is dex.
Okay.
Forgery is intelligence.
Okay.
Gather information is charisma.
All right.
Hobby is wisdom.
Hobby. I can have a hobby. Gaming. Okay.
Innuendo is wisdom.
Oh, innuendo.
Knowledge is intelligence.
Okay.
Language is wisdom.
Okay.
Open lock is dexterity.
Can't call it lockpick. Okay.
No, of course not. Perform is charisma.
Okay.
Profession is wisdom.
Okay.
Read lips is intelligence.
Oh, there's read lips. You mentioned that.
Well, it's one of those things that you're going to run into this really diverse level of skills where things are spread out all over.
Yeah. Okay.
Search is intelligence.
Okay.
Sense motive is wisdom.
Okay.
Sleight of hand is dexterity. And spot will be wisdom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I find a lot of these to be very interesting because...
I don't know what else it would be, but yeah, spot as a wisdom check seems kind of odd. But I guess it's, you're wise enough to look around and notice something.
Yeah. That, and I mean, what does perception really play off of? You could be the smartest person in the world and not really understand that something's happening around you. But at the same time, I mean, I find it very interesting that with some of the diversification of the skills, like innuendo would be read by sense motive.
Right.
To some extent. So you might be the greatest at sending messages, on the sly to people, but you might be the worst at understanding what someone is saying back to you.
Yeah.
Which that to me,
that's interesting.
That's why I'm glad a lot of these skills were kind of, grouped together and made into something simpler for 5th edition and other games later on.
Right.
So. Okay. So we'll go ahead and skip over the save bonuses because I think that's pretty simple.
We usually don't do the saving throws.
Now, at starting level, you get 3 budget points, 0 gadget points, starting feats, which are a pretty good list.
How many starting feats do I get?
You're going to end up with a specified range of about 6 of them.
Okay.
And then you're also going to have linguist +2.
Is that a feat or a trait?
That is essentially a trait of the class.
Oh, okay.
What it means is that the faceman selects 2 extra foreign languages to learn at first level, and then you'll also gain more foreign languages the more you play every 4 levels thereafter.
Okay.
And now the interesting part about this is very specific in the write-up, but very much true to a faceman. When you are speaking a foreign language, your accent is indistinguishable from that of a person raised to speak that language.
Okay, so I'm really good at languages and accents.
Yeah, you're really, really good at that.
Yeah.
So, and it makes sense for that character class, but yeah. Okay, so as far as starting feats go, just so you know, you have the armor proficiency, light and medium, and then you're going to have weapons proficiencies of hurled, so spears, whatever, melee, handgun, and rifle.
I like how you went straight to spear for a hurled weapon.
That's the only thing I can think of. A javelin. I mean, what else?
Axes?
Well, axes.
Hatchets?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Throwing stars?
But whenever I think of hurling, I always think of I hate to say it, back in high school or whatnot.
Discus?
Okay. Yeah.
No, discus isn't a weapon. It would hurt. It would be, but no, I was just like, it was, I'm trying to think of what a spy might have, and I'm thinking throwing knives or...
What was the name? Oddjob that threw his hat. In James Bond, there was this one character named Oddjob, and he threw his hat and it broke a statue, so that's a hurled weapon, wouldn't it be? Yeah.
There you go. That's a hurled weapon.
And the funny part is, that's the only time I think he used it in that entire show.
He has a really weak stomach.
But, okay, so that is essentially starting character for this class.
Okay, cool.
As far as skills go, we don't have to really assign the points unless we want to. Feats we'll get to in a moment.
Oh, okay.
Because you'll get your additional starting feat. Where we're going from here.
I know, you didn't want me to... You were like, we're not going to take the time to assign points to the skills.
Yeah. Well, the reason being is that skill points are going to be 6. Again, this is the old style game where it is 6 plus your intelligence modifier times 4. And that's how many points you get. You get no bonuses at first level like the +3 that Pathfinder gives or anything else. So you have a lot of points to put into skills to try and figure out how you're going to balance that out.
Okay.
Really kind of bogs down character creation. It's why they kind of made it faster and more efficient with newer games.
Yeah.
And then, of course, every level after that, you're getting another 6 plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, I mean, the face man obviously is meant to be really skillful.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and move forward to feats. Now, what I love about this book is a lot of wonderful feats. So you're going to get your first level feat, and then you're going to get the feat based off of your department. That, from what I could tell, some of the others get also feats at first level, but yours, it's pretty good. So anyway, here is this portion, and...
Okay, let me see. There are feat trees, basic combat feats, melee combat feats, ranged combat feats, and unarmed combat feats. Mm-hmm. And so much more. Oh,
tons more. I love, again, this is one of my favorite gaming systems, and it is that needle in a haystack, perfect gem of a game system for how well they made it for you to be able to be diverse from everyone else.
I don't remember if he ever did this, but I feel like he may have. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give him, I feel like he may have made a joke or two about being ambidextrous and being able to do things with both hands. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the ambidexterity feat.
I think he actually did make that joke several times.
He would try to do something with his offhand.
Yeah. I think there was a darts joke where he was like...
would you believe?
He threw a dart and there's like, oh, well, actually I'm ambidextrous. That wasn't my good arm. And throws it again. And
I am also career operative. Which, so the ambidexterity, just to say, is... Oh, wait, I would need a 15 in dex. I can't be ambidextrous.
Ooh.
It would help if I read the book.
But you think you're ambidextrous.
Yeah, he thinks he's ambidextrous. So, I am not ambidextrous, but I did like combat operative. Oh, but you have to be agent level 6 plus, so I can't get that yet.
Judo chop.
But, Maxwell Smart is also like Sterling Archer in that, and other people where instead of being skilled enough to avoid death, they kind of stumble and avoid bullets and stuff. It's just, yeah. So, confident charge. I can charge around corners. That sounds like a Maxwell Smart. But do I need both a Dex 13 plus and a Wisdom 13 plus? It says Dex 13 plus, Wisdom 13 plus.
Yes, those are inclusive. Otherwise, it'll say more.
Okay. Well, what can I do? My high ones are Wisdom, Charisma, and Strength. So, let's see. Improved Disarm. Nope, can't do that.
Now... Sometimes feats are combat, but there should also be some feats that are a little bit more background.
I'm in basic combat feats. I was just kind of looking. So, Iron Will. How about that? No, that's willpower.
But there should also be feats for more covert stuff in there?
There are. I'm looking.
Okay.
So, there's melee combat feats. Now, is there is that the judo chop that you talk about where they knock them out?
I've always wondered about that. In my
they always whack them on the back of the head, on the back of the
my first time to see anime, I was like, who watched it first? Did everybody watch Get Smart, or did Get Smart watch anime where they called out their attack before they did it?
Well, let's see. Oh, did he announce it?
Oh, I don't remember judo chop, and then he'd hit them.
Ah! I just remember I always was like, man, the fact that you can just knock out anybody with a
single blow. Yeah.
The single blow to the back of the neck, Yeah. And I've never actually seen it work in real life. I've only ever seen it work in Star Trek and Star Trek the original series and Get Smart. So.
Yeah. No, my
power attack. Hey, you can do a power attack.
Funny story about, that kind of thing is, back in the 60s and 70s when there was a lot of Westerns on, people would try to, in the Westerns, they'd hit somebody over the head with the butt of their gun to knock them out.
Yeah.
And my uncle thought it was so cool and one time got in an argument with my sister, and so he, my mom, his sister, and he hit her over the head with the butt of his toy gun, thinking that it would knock her out, but instead, no, blood starts gushing everywhere, and she, she's screaming her head off. But it's made a story down the years, and yeah. So in real life, single blows usually do not
knock people out. All right, so I did pick up power attack. Power attack I was eligible for. My melee attacks are incredibly powerful. Strength prerequisite of 13 plus. The benefit is, at the start of your first action during the round, before taking any attack rolls, you may subtract a number from all of your melee attack rolls and add the same number to all of your melee damage rolls. This number may not exceed your base attack bonus and last until your first action during the next round.
Yeah. And so that would stand in really well for the mechanics of that, of that concept. And at the same time, that is actually a feat even to the write-up that is in D&D, the Player's Handbook, 3rd edition. So that, kind of shows you where this is all coming from.
See, I also think blocking basics would be good, because a lot of those judo things seem, he would always...
Yep. That is a good point. Do I remember him ever getting hit, or did he always kind of intercept the punches?
He would get hit and have... Okay. I feel like he would get hit and have like a comical fall, but...
Yeah.
So, let's see. Blocking basics. You have trained in the fundamentals of blocking and redirecting opponents' melee and unarmed attacks, which very much feels like Maxwell Smart. Benefit: this feat grants you the following abilities: to break weapon and a shifting throw. So a shifting throw is when you are unsuccessfully attacked by an opponent, you may move him to any adjacent square that doesn't place him in immediate jeopardy, such as flipping him into a wood chipper over a cliff. Now I want to flip somebody into a wood chipper. Key strike.
Oh, that's
your unarmed attacks are incredibly powerful. I might try that.
That's kind of cool. It's fun to see all this stuff come over from Dungeons and Dragons.
That's interesting, because his his little judo chop would never actually work. So I don't know if his unarmed attacks were ever very good.
I thought it actually did a couple times.
It probably did a couple times.
Yeah.
5-style adept. No, he's not exactly your martial artist.
I think in there are some gear feats that would give you extra gear points, because that's one thing about Maxwell Smart, is he always had some odd gear.
Oh yeah, no, I love the gadgets. I'm just seeing what I'm still making my way through. So punching basics, punching mastery, shattering blow. You are shattering blow. You have mastered a variety of breaking and shattering techniques, allowing you to destroy inanimate objects with alarming ease.
So Sunder in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay,
so yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Warrior's Grace. You are able to deliver a rapid string of martial arts attacks at the price of accuracy. I'm going to go ahead and go with punching basics. If it's a basic, I feel like that's where Maxwell Smart resides, is in the basics. How many feats do I get?
You would get 2.
Oh, well, you said something like 6 earlier.
Oh, no. That was your skill points.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you said feats, because I jotted it down.
I'm so sorry.
He lied to me, folks.
That's my bad.
Well, so I can't have all those. So I can have power attack, and let me see. Let me look at some of the gadget ones then, since I'm on a much tighter budget.
Well, to some extent. Then we get
6 to 2 is a huge...
Yeah, well, yes, as far as feats go, but we will, we're going to... One of the neat things about this game that's coming up is setting up for your ops, which is going to be buying
extra budget. I have a friend in the equipment dispensary who can provide me with extra equipment. Signature gear. See, I kind of like that.
Signature
because he had the
phone shoe,
the shoe phone, and I don't think anybody else had one.
Not that I ever saw.
I know 99 didn't have one.
Yeah. In his cadre of spies that he worked with, I don't remember anyone else picking up their shoe and using it as a phone.
I just don't remember, but so I can either have signature gear or signature gadget or vehicle. You may select one gadget as permanent personal gear. What is this? You may select one piece of gear as permanent personal gear. What is the difference between gear and gadgets?
Okay,
so gadgets, would the shoe phone be gadget?
Yes.
Gear would be like a belt?
Would be
a Batman utility
guns
belt?
And other things of that nature.
So yeah, we're going to go with signature, gadget, or vehicle.
Yeah, because like I pointed out in our previous show, this is a game that doesn't talk about what you're getting paid and how much cash you have on you, because that's one of those things, those odd things about spy games or spy movies, is that they just seem to have a near limitless amount of money within reach, and they always had to stay to some sort of imaginary budget, but so they knew what they could afford. But so this game does gear points and gadget points, and you're going to end up with more gear points than gadget points. Gadgets are the things that are really rare to come across, the things that really make you a spy, while gear points are going to be the things that basically, here's some, armor, here's a weapon, here's a suit, here's this other stuff. And there are a few things I think in there, like different espionage kits, but like the true gear, the true gadgetry, like the watches that are grappling hooks and things of that nature, that is in the gadgets.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I dropped the power attack feat because I felt like the signature gadget or vehicle feat is necessary, as well as field operative. Your hands-on experience has taught you how to gather and pass on information right under the nose of the enemy, and my prerequisites are all my class skills, and my benefit is a +2 bonus to all innuendo, read lips, and sense motive checks. Okay. In addition, your threat range with these skills increases to 19-20.
Wow.
So I'm going to take that.
Crit on a skill.
Yep.
That is pretty.
So I'm going to that is my 2 feats.
Excellent. Okay, so now I'll need the book back, and we're going to set your mission difficulty. How difficult will it be to complete your mission? At least as far as my understanding goes. So, goodness. I always, this is something that it has been a while, but there is a section of the game which is called backgrounds. Basically are parts of the game that you can do. We're going to skip over them, but basically you can give, this is a neat thing where you can give your character a background that will affect the game. And this is something that I think that 7th Seas does well, where, here's something that is about your character that's going to come out ever so often, such as having a lost love, or being hunted, or having a romance with someone, or having a true identity that nobody knows.
Right.
These are all things that you can assign to the characters it does remind me a lot of 7th Seas, where, especially the lost love of, you've got this person out there in the world somewhere,
Yeah.
And it affects the story, and it can give you an XP bonus down the road.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we are talking about gadgets and gears, or gear. So
I have 3 budget points, but I have 0 gadget points.
And so basically, the game master will tell you the difficulty of the mission coming down the road.
Okay.
A low-level mission difficulty is code yellow. Mid-ground is code red. Difficult to near impossible is code black.
Oh.
Each one of those will apply a certain amount of gear points or budget points, and also gadget points. The harder it is, the more you get, obviously.
Yeah.
So like for the budget points, you're looking at yellow being 15, red being 25, and black being 35.
Wow.
And gadget points, yellow is 2, red is 4, and black is 6.
So I can't even get a signature gadget.
Well, gadget points aren't so bad. We'll get to that in a moment. You actually, and at the same time, if you're playing with multiple characters, you can actually pull.
Or is this in if it's a yellow alert, do I get 2 gadget points?
You get those gadget
points.
points.
Okay.
Yeah,
I understand now.
You can the characters, if you're playing with a large group, you can actually pool your characters' points together and buy better gear if you so choose. Sometimes you might think that one piece of gear is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. And let's say that, yes, you are a first level character being shoved out into the world of espionage on a classic mission that is going to change the fate of the world. So let's just say
Holy
you're
crap.
going let's have some fun. Let's see, because let's spend some money here. This is what really sets the game apart in my mind. This part.
So we're going to code black?
We're going to code black.
Oh God. Black alert.
Yeah.
Engage the spore drive.
All right. So you're going to have 35 mission budget points.
Okay.
And you're going to have 6 gadget points.
35 mission budget points. Okay, and 6
gadget points. Like I said, this is what sets Spycraft apart from any other of the D20 style games. is here's this opportunity to look through a book and buy random stuff.
Do me a favor, and on that feat, go back to the gadget feat. I think I didn't read it all, and so that was my bad, but I bet I would get a gadget regardless of if I had the points or not.
Yes. Well, you should have a base level of gadget feats to begin with, I would thought, with that feat. Oh, it wasn't a style feat. What
It's right before that at the gadget feats.
All right. Advanced skill feats. Gear feats. There we go. And which one? Signature gear?
Signature gadget.
Signature gadget. The benefit, select one gadget up to 3 points as a permanent personal gear. So it was 0 to 3 points as a gadget. That becomes yours permanently.
But is that in addition to my starting points?
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd select that before you ever do the others.
The others, okay.
These gadget points are spent independently of your standalone allotment. So it may not be shared with gadget points with other agents. This feat may be taken up to 3 times. So you could have multiple.
I could have signature gadgets.
Yes.
And vehicles.
Oh, and whenever you make an attack or maneuver or skill check with your signature gadget or vehicle, you receive a +1 bonus to the roll. Yep. And further, any action dice spent to increase the bonus of your signature gadget or vehicle gets another +1.
Ooh.
So it's a pretty hefty feat there. That's a lot of fun. But so I'm going to go ahead and pass the book to you, and you are welcome to go ahead and look through and figure out some of your gadgets.
Okay. I think I'm going to probably pick up they've got these bundles.
Yeah.
The bundle A, bundle B, and bundle C, and they all cost the same, and it's just a different, depending on what you're doing, probably points to which bundle you're going to get. Because the, bundle A is a briefcase, has a large briefcase and clothes carrier, 1 set of average clothes, 1 set of designer clothes, personalized tuxedo liner, cell phone, digital audio recorder, plus 1 commercial grade memory chip, evidence kit, and a PDA. Bundle B has a large hockey bag, 1 set average clothes, 1 set trendy clothes, assorted street and topographical maps, cell phone, crowbar, professional grade digital camera, plus 2 professional grade memory chips, duct tape, super glue, and rubber bands, first aid kit, lockpicking kit, multi-purpose tool, pocket knife, 20 disposable plastic restraints, pocket flashlight, PDA, and 2 tactical radios. So bundle A is probably what I'm going to go with, basically because it seems like a face man type thing.
Yeah.
Whereas your bundle B is your guy that's infiltration and not doing the schmooze and stuff. He's sneaking in and restraining people, breaking and entering into things. And then bundle C is military, set of plain clothes, set of camouflage fatigues, an all-weather lighter. This is an outdoor a cell phone, 10 chemical light sticks, field rations, digging and entrenching tool. So it's just depending on what the mission is. Based on what I remember Maxwell Smart doing the most, he's going to grab up for 25 gear point or 25 budget points is going to grab bundle A.
Sounds like a smart move. So that's 25.
So I have 13 left.
Yeah. But I think it's very interesting to note that if this was a Code Yellow mission, that you would not have enough points to buy one of those packs. No. So that's very interesting.
Yeah. You would have to have at least the mission budget Code Red. Mm-hmm. For my strength, I can carry up to 66 pounds in a light load. So that's good. I think that is without penalty. So I had 13 points left, correct? So I'm going to look at a weapon then. They're nicely done. He always had a gun.
Yes.
So these are melee weapons. What am I looking for here? Although they do have a garrote on there, which I feel is necessary. Firearms and ammunition. So we're going to grab... No, that's firearms, ammunition. I want firearms. Okay. Handguns. He used a revolver, probably in the 60s, probably a .38 special.
Yeah.
That's probably the sort that he would have likely carried. So, well, that was a service revolver. Would he have had something smaller? Either way, a .38 special is 11 points.
Yeah.
So...
Now, that's another thing that I don't remember if I said, but the gear points, whatever is unspent, does not go towards the next mission.
Yeah. And so that leaves me with 2 points left. I do need some bullets, I think.
I think normal ammo is fairly inexpensive, but I think there's
is.
actually specialized ammo as well that can take up more points.
Well, on the pistols, they have, which, let me see this. You know, when I worked in the gun business, it was very specific that pistols and it's pistols and revolvers.
Yeah.
You shouldn't call every handgun a pistol. So, but I don't see revolver ammunition on here, so I'm going to assume that it is including them in the pistol ammo.
Yeah, a lot of people, for our listeners that didn't know, yes, my wife did work briefly in...
I worked in marketing. I
Yeah.
did not actively sell firearms or ammunition, but I worked for a wholesale firearms and ammunition company and had to do a lot of training on terminology. So, because my last position there, my most recent one was in supplying information onto the website.
a lot of
and
cataloging and having to...
describing items, which thankfully I would get from somewhere else, but it's good to be able to talk it if you're going to have to talk to a vendor.
Especially, you know, I'm kind of thankful for it because you bring a lot of knowledge to modern gaming whenever we hit that point.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with Jacketed Hollow Point. We're going to take some guys down.
Wow.
Jacketed Hollow Point. I think 50 shots is enough. If there's anything else I can get for 1 budget point, brass knucks. You know what? Why not? Yeah, we're going to go with brass knucks. Okay, because nothing else on...
You never know. You could always hurl them.
What?
I said, you never know. You could always hurl them.
Hurled, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot I can throw crap. Yeah, hurled weapons on this list, John.
Oh, yeah, let's get
There
that.
are hurled weapons, arrows and bolts. Yeah, I wouldn't think I'd...
Okay.
That's what it's called. Well, that's the ammunition for hurled weapons. Let me see if...
I'm just not gonna...
I mean, are we throwing them?
I'm certain.
We
I'm certain there's a terminology that we are not. I'm not picking up on.
Oops, sorry.
You know, it's we would never were within my group of people within my limited portion of the American culture would never call that hurled.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, they do the firearms. They've got handguns.
Mm-hmm.
Then under that they've got pistols.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have revolvers. So, but on ammunition, they only list pistol ammo. Why do you do this to me? Oh, there we go. Revolver ammunition is just standard bullets.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count as what I'm looking at. So I can't get Jacketed Hollow points. Woohoo! So it's 1 budget point for a box of 50 shots. Okay, sweet.
There you go. Awesome.
Or $15, I guess, if I have field expenses.
Oh, nice.
But, which they do explain, your budget points do not correlate to real money.
Yeah.
Field expenses are your day-to-day dollar amount that you spend as an agent. So, let's see here. Standard bullets is 1 for 50. Okay. Alrighty. And then, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and say brass knuckles. So that takes care of my 38 mission points.
Excellent.
Or budget points. So now I have gadget points. I haven't gone to the gadget area yet.
Gadgets can fluctuate in cost just as much as the other gear points. You'll find some of them. You'll find that some of them are pretty cool, but then some of them are.
I'm sorry, I just saw the exotic weapons, and they have tiger claws for 1 budget point, as well as Molotov cocktails. Oh, and throwing darts. Hey.
Is that at least used
Forget you, brass knuckles. Because Maxwell Smart doesn't need your... He does judo chops. So how about throwing darts or... Yeah, throwing dart. I get 3 throwing darts for 1 budget point. So yeah. So my gear list consists of Bundle A, which I read off earlier, a 138 Special Service Revolver, 1, essentially a box of standard bullets, I got 50, and 3 throwing darts. And that is my gear list. Let me go over here to gadgets. Goodness. So much other gear. Wow. I get some mirrored sunglasses. Average clothing. Poor clothing is free.
Yep.
A 1-star hotel room. Oh, it's got cost associated with these. Oh, a martini shaken.
They had to stick that on.
$5. What world is this? I don't think I've seen a cocktail under $7 in
quite a
5
while,
years.
yeah. And if
let's
your
see.
bar does it, you might be at the wrong bar.
Flash suppressor. All right, gear. Cigarettes, cosmetics, explosives, eyewear.
Now you're looking for gadgets, right?
I'm looking for gadgets. I'm
Yeah.
still flipping through gear. There's so much gear.
There is
So cars and trucks are considered gear.
cars and trucks are considered gear, but it is so much stuff in that book. And then there is a gear book that is, for this system that is out that builds on top of this list, but really it's an amazing list for the starting
There
book.
is a bullet train on the armored and heavy vehicles.
Wouldn't you love one?
Yeah. I don't think you get to keep it. You just use it in a chase. Hang glider, hot air balloon, parasail. I want there to
Just
be a
imagining a bullet train in a chase. They're getting away.
Well, and
Follow them. We can't.
It has a note. It says, see these other pages for more information. Excuse me. For more information about using trains and chases, if a train hits something, it inflicts 3d6 damage for every 5 miles per hour it's traveling at the time. If the vehicle is huge or larger, huge, the train has a chance of derailing. Huge equals a 20% chance. Gargantuan is a 50% chance. Colossal is 80% chance. If the train derails, everyone inside suffers damage as normal for a crash. A bullet train is considered, rightly so, colossal.
Cool.
Now, nope, this is gadget. They have GP, not... Am I wrong?
It would say at the top of the page, I thought.
I mean, it's still saying gear
Yeah.
and not...
Might if I take a look really quick?
Please do, because I think some of these are gadgets.
I think some of them you can use gadget points for your points.
I feel like... Because if it's a gear item, it specifically states budget points at the top. And suddenly the tables are saying...
Yeah, you're in the right section for gadgets.
Well, and my feat was signature gadget or vehicle. So I would think that they would be kind of in the same area.
Here it is. The silver headline, they did not place it well. There's a placement problem there. Right page, halfway down.
Gadgets and vehicles.
Yeah, they started a paragraph at almost an orphan point.
Come on, guys. I'm your run-of-the-mill layout person.
Yeah.
And I know that that's bad form.
It is. You do not
it would've
start
killed.
new sections at the bottom of a page.
They're probably trying to cram in.
Yeah, they probably
Save
were.
on page.
Because this was before... this was definitely before your print-on-demand applications that we have these days.
Yeah.
Or handing over the books to Drive-Thru RPG, to let them, do all the printing for you.
Business cards, cosmetics and jewelry, document gadgets. I want a shoe phone. Shoes. Shoe blade, shoe gun, shoe phone. Cell phones and encrypted lines were once built into shoes. Today, these are less popular.
Well, too bad.
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. All right. I'm going to have a shoe phone. And it's going to be my signature gadget.
Nice.
Gadget point cost is +1. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Is +1. Spot DC is a -5. So that means it's harder to spot?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, it's a shoe.
Mechanics. It acts as a cell phone. So that's my signature gadget. So that one's a freebie. That does not come off my point totals. So I still have 6 points. Thermographic lenses. I don't know why I'm so freaking tired. Okay, how about an explosive pin? Do they have other pins? Ooh, a cool watch.
Oh, yeah. No, the gear is the gadgets are so much fun.
There's a GPS watch. a poison spike watch, and a rotary saw watch.
Yes. And the thing is, I'm certain with the with the Apple's iWatch and several other watches now, you can actually use it in combination with GPSs. But when this game came out, the idea of that being on a watch was this phenomenal. You couldn't imagine that kind of technology existing.
Yeah. Okay, so we've gone into vehicles. Didn't see other types of pins. Ooh, a knife launcher. Let's see. The all-in-one revolver. The revolver comes with an assortment of barrels and cylinders, enabling it to be configured to fire any available pistol ammunition. I am going to go with... Ooh, that's cool, too. I'm going to go with the Poison Spike Watch.
Cool.
Or do I just want the Garrote? Do I just want the...
Is it a Garrote?
The standard watch has a tiny lens built into the side of this watch that emits a powerful laser beam.
Laser beam?
Laser beam.
Cool. And how much is that usually on gear points?
1 each.
So you could actually have a watch that does multiple things? Is it allowing you to build up on it?
The laser inflicts 10d10 damage, ignoring hardness.
Wow.
Of cutting damage. Am I missing something? A longtime favorite of agents and gadget makers alike, watches house many incredible inventions. Watches may contain many gadget options. You may take the standard watch option on its own, or take the standard option and then take more options from those below at the additional costs listed. Taking a standard watch equipped with an explosive costs a total of 2 gadget points. You may only have a maximum of 3 options, including the standard option, in any single watch. So, yeah.
Nice.
So so for every watch you have, you get 1, and then I can add on to it. Now the process for the laser takes a minute.
Yeah.
But because it takes so long to use, it is generally useless against living or mobile targets.
Yep, which they're just making sure a level 1 character can't have a insta-kill weapon.
The watch contains enough energy to fire the laser beam for 5 minutes before it needs a recharge. So, I mean, you have the option to, cut into something if you need to. But I am going to say watch plus Garrote. So I'm at 2. Plus Poison Spike, which is 3. So I'm at plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there one more? And the rotary saw.
Nice.
Or GPS. Rotary saw. Which is good for cutting off handcuffs.
Exactly.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Yep. So there is my gadgets.
All right. So right there, you have your character pretty much made out. You've got your gear selected and everything else. What do you feel about the character? Do you think this is a great way to start being a spy?
I actually think, I think this was good. Now, I wouldn't have been able to get nearly as much stuff if it would have been a smaller mission, which I probably would have been on as a level 1 character. But, alas, I feel like I could do all kinds of stuff with this right now.
Yeah.
This feels, it may not be Maxwell smart enough, but that's probably more based on my memory. But I think I like this character creation better than I like the Babylon 5 character creation.
And at the same time, I feel personally that making a character out of this game, having these additional things pop up, and all these, between the action points, the gear, the departments replacing race, this is a game that just through character creation, you can actually get excited about playing it.
Right.
So, No,
I think this sounds like I'd love to sit down and play this character in some sort of...
Yeah. Excellent.
Some sort of mission.
All right, well, guys, we are, again, Passion Nerdly.
Yes, thank you.
This is John and Roxy, and we are going to go ahead and sign off, and we'll see you for next episode.
All right, bye. Thank you for listening to Tome Travelers from Passion Nerdly, a proud part of the Nerds Domain. For more information about us, check out www.passionnerdly.com, and you can follow @PassionNerdly on Twitter and Instagram, as well as facebook.com/PassionNerdly. Shirts available through tpublic.com/nerdsdomain, and please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/PassionNerdly.
This has been a production of the Southgate Media Group. For more podcasts like this one, head over to southgatemediagroup.com.